I actually disagree with a lot of this. Hi, my name's Michael Blatherwick, MD of B3 Cricket here in Nottingham. Last month, Business Insider, an American magazine, did a review of the cricket bat industry and why prices are rising so much for English Willow cricket bats, fakes in the market, the demand in Asia for English Willow and the way that's changing bat making and the cricket bat industry. We sent that video to our customers and we got some really interesting feedback and questions. So I want to go through the video with you and try and answer some of the most pertinent questions.
So why are English Willow bats the top choice for pro cricketers? And why are they so expensive?
When we check the ping, see, you won't know in one day what the sound is. We have been working from like more than 25-30 years to understand the sound.
The bat he's holding is called the Gunther. It's English Willow and it costs around $1,000.
Okay, so Jatin Serene is perfectly right there. The pros all want English Willow, mainly because it performs the best. You can get the biggest, lightest, best performing bats out of English Willow. People have tried alternatives, European Willow, Kashmiri Willow, but it's not as good. It's okay, but it's not as good. So the pros obviously want the best. We're lucky, we get our Willow from JS Wrights, one of the biggest willow grower and merchant in the world. So all of our customers get the best, the same as a pro. So essentially prices rise when demand outstrips supply, and that's what's happened. Since the launch of the IPL in India, what was it, 10-15 years ago, demand for English Willow has gone through the roof and there isn't enough to fuel that demand. So prices have risen. The good willow merchants in the UK are accommodating that and planting more, but that'll be a few years before that comes through. So hopefully the prices will settle again.
The perfect tree for a cricket bat grows straight and slow, resulting in many grains close together in the wood. A tree that grows fast, on the other hand, will have fewer grains further apart.
It's a good point, and in general grains are getting wider, but the reason for that is climate change. Trees are growing faster than they used to. It used to take 15 years, they reckon, for an English willow tree to get to maturity. Now it's probably nearer to 12, so you are getting some wider grains, but also there's lots of narrow grains out there. And a tree produces a mixture of grains, and some are straight, some aren't so straight, some have knots in them. That's why you get the different grades of English willow.
A bat made from wood that grows too fast will be lighter and softer, and it typically needs to be knocked in or played with a lot to harden it.
I actually disagree with a lot of that. It depends on how the bat maker presses the bat. If a bat maker is pressing soft, and they do that to make the bat look visually bigger, actually then you've got to do a lot of knocking in. But if the bat is pressed properly, then the difference between a wide grain and a narrow grain bat isn't that much difference. In fact, you could say that a tighter grain bat needs more knocking in to get it to open up and perform properly, which also goes against where they're saying that tighter grain bats, harder bats, go better. They don't. They only go better when they open up. So a wider grain bat can often perform earlier in its life cycle than a tight grain bat. So just let me show you a couple of bats off the shelf. So this is a tight grain bat. Now just listen to this. And then a wider grain bat. Softer sound, more ready to go than that. Now that's a cracking bat, both cracking bats. That will take a little bit longer to open up. That's virtually ready to go.
Most pro cricket players prefer tight-grained bats since more compact wood offers high performance from the start.
It's not true that pros only want tight grain bats. We've got about 20 professional players on our book and all of them want something different. We accommodate that. That's what we do here at B3, not just for professional players but for all of our customers. The key to a good bat, whether it's a tight grain or a wide grain, is the pressing and the consistency of manufacture, and that's what we try and do on every cricket bat so that you've got that confidence at the crease when you look down the bat.
An English willow tree is ready to be cut down when it reaches 60 inches in diameter.
It's very important that you get an English Willow cricket bat from good English Willow. We often get people come into the factory and say, I've chopped down a weeping willow in my garden, can you make me a cricket bat? No, we can't. There's stand to be corrected, there's over 150 strains of English Willow, and only one of them is perfect for cricket bats. And people like J.S. Wrights have developed those genetics, the DNA of that willow, over 100 years. So they're planting saplings that, give the right results. And it takes, as we've already said in the video, almost 15 years to grow a tree, and maintenance is very, very important. You want to get rid of the excess branches, make sure there are as few knots in it as possible, avoid over dry, over wet. Getting the right strain of English Willow is so key.
So this is how we grade things. We take the bat off there, we brush the back of it, we'd look at the grain of the bat like that, and these are quite nice straight grains. They're quite uniform. There's not much colour down the side, so I would put that into a 2 because it's just got a couple of little blemishes on the back like that. So that would make a 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, as you can see, J.S. Wrights are very controlled and strict on the way they grade the willow. Over 20 grades of English Willow from Wrights. We only buy the top 3 grades, 1, 2 and 3, so you can be 100% sure that you're getting the best in the marketplace. In terms of buying a cricket bat and affordability, buy what's within your budget. If you can afford a top grade, then buy one. If you can't, then look around. Go to a genuine bat maker who understands what you're looking for, what your budget is, the standard of cricket you're playing, and they'll help you.
High-end Serene Sports English Willow bats can sell for over $1,000. And as with many other expensive products, fakes are a problem. Counterfeiters often use cheaper wood like Indian Kashmir willow and try to pass it off as English willow. Kashmir willow is heavier than English willow and typically more yellowish brown in colour. But police in India have been cracking down on illicit operations involving counterfeit bats over the past few years.
There are many people who will sell a Kashmir willow bat with their English willow stickers. And then that's a totally criminal act what they are doing. They're trying to make fool of the customers.
So as Mr. Serene says, fakes is a big growing problem in the marketplace because some bat makers can't get genuine English willow. So they're mixing in Kashmiri willow, European willow, and that's fine if you're aware of that and you're paying for what you're receiving. But a lot of people are being duped and people are selling and passing off Kashmiri European willow as genuine English willow. So let's have a look at a Kashmiri willow bat. When we visited India last year, we went to several suppliers of these products because we're thinking of launching a budget-friendly Kashmiri range. That's brilliant if you know what you're buying. So we'll be very transparent about that. In fact, I don't think we'll put B3 stickers on them. We'll probably do them under the Bat First brand. But it is giving a great product at an entry-level price, but you're getting what you pay for. Just make sure, as Jatin says, you avoid people who are selling Kashmiri or European willow as English by buying from a reputable bat maker or supplier. Throughout the documentary you can see how they make cricket bats in India. We actually went over there last year. It was fascinating to visit the factories. Obviously make them very differently to us. Health and safety and the way they make the bats is very different. If you want to see the way we make bats, then you can visit the factory and see for yourself. Everybody's welcome. But if you can't, then watch the Bumble documentary on our website. But the main thing is buy a cricket bat from a bat maker and somebody you trust and somebody who's going to look after you throughout the process and the lifetime of the bat.
A good English willow, when you hit it off the sweet spot, will make a beautiful sound.
As well as mis-selling willow, people are also making fakes. So they're taking blank bats, they're getting false stickers made, and they're putting them on and selling them as something else. You'll never get that with a B3 because we make all of our own bats here in Nottingham, and every bat gets a unique serial number. So if anybody ever tries to sell you a B3 cricket bat, brand new or second hand, then email us or ring us and we can verify it. All in all, a very good video. I hope you found found our feedback and input useful. You can find the link to the entire video on the news on the B3 website, b3cricket.com. And finally, buy British, buy from a genuine bat maker, and get what you pay for.